Hello, Internet! Welcome to Creative Live. Thank you for joining us today. We are here for Understanding Light with Mark Wallace. My name is Susan Roderick, and I'm going to be your host along with Mr. Jim Katechi. How are you doing today, fine sir?
Susan, I am fantastic. What a great day yesterday.
Wasn't it fun?
Yeah, I'm a geek about light, and
just a little bit of a
yeah,
geek.
just a little bit. So Mark is really bringing it to the table. So pretty awesome stuff.
Very cool, very cool. All right, everyone. Well, this is our pre-show, so it looks like we have about 15 minutes. Just checking our audio and video, making sure everything is running smoothly before we get started. And we do have some lovely studio members that we will be introducing you to throughout the day. And what else do you have to add to that, Jim?
Well, we have a contest going on, Susan.
Oh, very good. Thank you for reminding me.
Sure.
All right, so we did talk about this yesterday, but I just want to reiterate the amazing contest we have going on right now that Adorama is putting on for Mr. Mark Wallace. They're giving away some incredible prizes, including speed lights, soft boxes, some reflectors.
Yeah.
We'll list off all of the specific prizes that we're giving away today, but I just want to explain how you're going to access the contest. So if you go to the Creative Live blog, which is blog.creativelive.com, you'll see a post that is called, what is the title of the post?
The title of the post is Softboxes versus Umbrellas.
Very good, Jim. All right, so go to that post and you'll click on the post and you'll see that you enter at the bottom of the blog. Also, just want to let you know that if you do give us a like, Creative Live like on Facebook, or tweet out about the contest, that you'll be entered multiple times. So you can enter by just entering your email address, but you can enter multiple times by participating on Facebook and Twitter. So go do that. You have to play to win, you guys. So there are incredible prizes, but you must participate in order to win.
Indeed.
All right, sweet.
All right.
What else you got, Jim?
So should we bring out, do a little pre-show?
Let's do some pre-show.
Awesome. All right, well, I'll see you back at the desk.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, you guys. As Susan said, we're going to do a few minutes of pre-show this morning, and I'm pleased to announce that we'd like to bring out one of our favorites around here, John Cornicello. Now, John, come on out.
Thank you.
Welcome. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's great. Always great to see you. So, you guys, one of the questions that we've been getting in the chat room for at least 4 years, we get it almost on every single workshop that we have, is, I'm a brand new photographer. I don't have any money. How do I get started? I mean,
you don't have to be brand new to not have money.
Exactly, right? Totally, right? And so we had a course, I think it was about 6-9 months ago, and one of the instructors brought in these beautiful LED light sticks. And I think, John, tell us a little bit about what went through your mind when you saw those.
I saw those, and there was interest in them, but I wasn't sure what to do with them. And then on Facebook, a friend posted this image that had these 4-foot fluorescent tubes that a model was holding and said, how do I make these? And I just took that as a challenge to go out and see what I can do. So I just went searching online for some fluorescent tubes, but I found some LED tubes instead and decided to make a couple of lights for myself.
And LED light, that is really the next generation of...
Yeah, LED is cool, they're constant, you can touch them, they don't heat up, they're pretty steady color temperature.
Right, and low power?
Low power. Yeah, Westcott has come out with something they call the Ice Light that's a battery powered and dimmable.
Okay.
What I came up with is I didn't even compare it to the Ice Light. Mine are AC powered and always on, but we can show how I did it and talk about it a little more.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. Okay, the first thing we like to do is, Mike, if you could bring up that slide for us, please. And we're going to pop that up on the screen. John basically conceptualized this piece that he was going to build, and he went out and purchased. He went through and sort of. You had to think, how am I going to build this, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it was a fluorescent tube, it would have been much tougher. I would have needed ballast in the lake. So when I was searching for them, I found these LED tubes that are replacements for fluorescents, and you put them in a fluorescent fixture and just pull out the ballast, and they just attach directly to the AC mains.
Okay, let's talk about these parts, please.
So the tubes I got on Amazon.com. We'll give a link to my blog that has a link to those tubes, and then just some solder and a light switch and a extension cord. The plugs on the end are the tubes that the lights actually shipped in, so I just cut them off. You know, I didn't make them real fancy here. I mean, someone can do a much better job. This is more a proof of concept that could be done really cheaply. I think my total costs for this were between $24 and $27 or so.
Okay, that's amazing. $30. That's, I mean.
Yeah, I think it was like $18 for the tube or $20
Okay.
for the tube, $2 to $3 for the zip cord and a switch and some solder.
Okay, and then there's a little switch there, correct?
Yeah, that's that white switch in the
Okay.
middle there that just goes in line on the zip cord.
Got you. And I forgot to mention at the very beginning, you guys, but I do want to let you know that we are going to be putting a post, not only in the chat rooms, but on the screen when we're done with this interview, of John's blog post. So you guys can feel free. He's got an amazing step-by-step instructions on how you guys out there can build your light. All right, let's cut back to the slide. So I see there's some little, and this is my technical term, right? Little knobby ends on the tube itself, and then you have a cord there. So
Right,
did you
those
have to solder that?
Exactly. I would solder the AC cord on this particular tube. One end of the AC cord goes to each end of the tube, not to each of the lugs there.
Okay.
So if you get the same tubes, that's the way to do it, but you may have to look at the instructions for the tube you get if you get a different LED tube to where the AC connections are going to go.
Okay.
And there may even be a way to do it with DC power and battery pack. I haven't gone down that route, but if you're a little adventurous and good at Google, you can probably find out how to do that.
Okay. John, any pitfalls that you had along the way when you're trying to build this?
No, it actually went together pretty easily. The only thing is try not to electrocute yourself. You are working with power here. One thing I left out of the instructions, I believe I added later, was maybe put heat shrink tubing over the solder connections,
Okay.
To further insulate them, and then the cardboard tubes also insulate you from it.
Okay. And about how long did it take you from start to finish and the $30?
I would guess about 30 minutes and $30.
Yeah, see, that's truly amazing to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're comfortable with a soldering iron, it should go pretty easily.
Okay. Great. Well,
We have actually an audience question.
audience question. Shoot.
Are the LED lights more stronger than the fluorescent tubes? Those things kind of can shatter real easy? Or the
Oh,
fluorescent?
yeah, these are kind of a solid acrylic. I just throw them in a light bag and carry them around. They're plastic acrylic. They're not glass.
Cool.
Cool.
So
Well,
should we?
should we do a little demo?
Yeah, should we
This is
show them and then
this
see
is
what
the
they
be-
look like?
This is the.
You grab one, I'll grab one.
Okay,
and then
let's hold it up and talk us through it.
well, we can play Star Wars here. And
Okay, right. Yeah. All right. So.
Anyway, I'm going to grab a camera and I'm going to have Jim hold the lights here. This is something you can do for kind of simple headshots. These work really well, so let me grab this. And
Put a dimmer switch on there, one of those things
a
like...
rheostat?
Yeah, that.
I have no idea if a rheostat would work with LEDs. I've never tried that. That would just take some research. So I'm going to start with Jim holding them side by side and a little forward so we don't have shadows. That's it there. And just kind of lean into me, engaged and friendly. That's great. Chin out toward me just a little bit. Perfect. And I think we're tethered. We can take a look at those. And we can do different lighting patterns here. So let's try an over and above
Okay.
and below. And again, lean into me a little bit there. Jim's a great subject here. And if you really want to play with catch lights in the eyes, let's cross them over your head.
Well, John, can we take a look at this? Have the guys put that up on the
Yeah,
screen?
there it comes.
Talk us a little through this lighting and what our results are.
Here, this is kind of what I use for a really flat actor type headshot and the like. I usually do it in the studio with strobes, but if I needed to go on location or something, we can take this with us. So here we've got a little darker. You can hold them up here again and hold them side by side. So we get this. We get a nice flat light. For headshots, I tend to go flat as opposed to portraits where I'm going to light from the side. For a headshot, I really want to show all the features of the actor.
And John, if we were doing this in the studio, would you potentially have these on C-stands?
Yeah, I would put them on a light stand and maybe use a clamp to put them on a stand so they can go either way. You may clamp them to the arm of a C-stand or use super clamps.
Right.
So by holding them in different places, we're still getting a flat light, but we're getting different catch lights. If you see the one on the screen now, you have a top and bottom catch light. And now cross them over your head, and we'll do a shot here, a little higher.
Great.
And lean into me a little bit there. Jim's a great subject here, and let's see what we come up with here. Let's watch this one come up. And we're going to have this kind of X pattern in the face.
Yeah, so
these lights are about 6,500 degree Kelvin. We just
Okay.
measured it with Mark's meter that he threw at me yesterday.
okay.
And there's a little tint variation. You might have to play with your magenta and green balance on here. These also make great black and whites because they're a nice crisp light like we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about the temperature of these lights. Is it just going to be on the cooler side?
Now, Well, again, yesterday, cool or warm. There's 6,500,
Okay,
which is
right, it's
cool
just-
light, but it's cool in terms that it's bluer.
Okay.
But when we think of warm light emotionally, we think of lower. But so
Okay.
just go with the 6,500 Kelvin on this is what we're set for here on the screen.
Okay, and how many different configurations have you been playing with? Have you done like?
We can do an L and watch the catch light for this one here. A little bit of a smile there, open, friendly, engaging, don't look miserable. That's stolen from Peter Hurley. It's a great line to get people to react
Just
to.
don't look miserable.
Yeah, so there we go. And I think the next one was there's the reaction to that. So that you can see even by holding both sides, we can get some shading on the face if we don't want to go flat. So anyway, these were really done as a proof of concept that it can be done. I don't look at them as a competitor to the Ice Light, as I said, because it's AC powered and not dimmable. But then you can play, and as we said, there, hold that there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these are like holding these, yeah, they are very durable.
So anyway, they're on my blog, and if you have questions about it, you can send me some emails. And
So emails are definitely okay?
Yeah, definitely.
And the switches, I mean, this is all just, what I love about this is that when you guys, this is exactly what's on his blog. So it'll give you guys the opportunity to,
Yeah, I made these, and after it was done, I realized, I should have written about it, so I pulled it apart and took pictures of the parts and rebuilt it, and the second time around was about 20 minutes instead of 30, so it's pretty simple to do.
Okay, we have a question in the back row.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind. It's actually a comment. It's so exciting
Okay.
to see you work and all of the photography groups I'm a part of in Seattle. Anytime anyone says I need to get headshots done, everybody defers to you. And it is
Thanks.
excited to watch you work. So thank you.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, that's really great to mention. John has been a long time.
We're in the dark. Why don't we light ourselves
We
up?
are, should we light ourselves? I love that. Ready? Oh, there we go.
There we go. Wow.
Wow, let there be light.
The tough one is let there be dark.
Right, exactly, right. John's been with Adobe for many years, but has just
Almost 20 years.
20 years. But you've just
Announced that I'm retiring to go back into full-time photography. Going to see how that works out, so looking forward to that. Still finishing up some projects there, so I haven't set a...
And you're working with
date.
your wife, Kim.
Yes, she's a business person.
Okay.
She has a background in financial stuff that scares me.
But it must be pretty exciting,
Yeah.
after these years to just really be on there.
Yeah, I
on your
mean,
own.
I have to blame Creative Live probably for that, for rekindling
Right.
all this and making me go forward again and making me jump.
Nice.
So,
All right, you guys, a big round of applause for John, please.
thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're well.
Really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.